Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, bitches. Let's get started with the video. Let's talk.
Hey guys, it's Jessie V. So today we're going to be surrounding ourselves with nostalgia. Did I say that right? It sounds like such a magical word. Nostalgia. No, I'm just like SpongeBob. No, but I love making videos about things that we had or did as children because I feel like we can just all relate to it. So today we're going to be talking about some things that you may not have known about your favorite childhood toys. A lot of these things are very disturbing. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is Play-Doh, because we all had that Play-Doh as a kid. And the rest of the video is going to be about kids' toys that you may have had that ended up being banned. And banned is not a good word, guys, okay? It means that something happened with the toy and they had to totally get rid of it so no other kids could have it. So get ready because you're in for a ride and just hope that you never had some of these toys because it gets freaky. I think I just really liked doing that video about the Happy Meal toys that I had to do a general one about toys too. So let's firstly talk about Play-Doh. I know every single person watching this right now had Play-Doh at some point in their lives. And if you didn't, you played with Play-Doh at some point in your lives. If you didn't, you an alien or something? No, honestly, when I think back about Play-Doh, I think about opening the container for the very first time and smelling the Play-Doh. Like, it just instantly wafts right out of the bottle. I remember getting dry Play-Doh underneath my fingernails. Remember how after you played, it would get into the crevices of your skin and it would harden and you'd have to sit there and like pick it out? I hated that feeling. I used to make zoos for caterpillars out of Play-Doh. Like, I would literally sit there for 2 hours and create an entire zoo with cages and everything for caterpillars to play in.
Oh my gosh, scary noises.
I'm hearing strange noises and it's weirding me out. And one last thing about Play-Doh that I know all of you guys did. I bet you tasted Play-Doh at some point in your life, okay? It was salty. It was really salty.
One time, I gave Mom, hey, I gotta play with my Play-Doh, and she just fucking ate it. It was like, delicious. You know, it was orange Play-Doh or red.
See, I just feel like every child is curious, and they do claim that Play-Doh is edible. Well, not edible, but it's like not toxic if you eat it. So when I was a kid, I was like, oh my gosh, these colors are so pretty, they must taste so good. And I tried it one time.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I still remember the flavor. Anyway, so let's get to the main point of this video, which is very disgusting. People have been coming out lately talking about what happens when you open a jar of Play-Doh that's been sitting out for like 5 to 8 years. This means you have not opened it at all. It has not been played with in years. They start growing what is called sodium chloride crystals. People have also been giving them the name the alien spores. What? You're telling me my old Play-Doh might have alien spores?
Okay, now that's an advertisement going away. Before we watch the advertisement,
let's play a game.
Before we watch the advertisement, we won't. You'll just skip it because it's already skippable. If you can see right here. But here's the bad news. No, I mean the good news. You don't know how lucky you are. I just mistake. Bad news, good news. You'll own crystals. And you should keep small Play-Doh for the crystals to grow even more. Because we put Play-Doh in a huge once you get your Play-Doh, put in a huge container, maybe. Like you have a lot of it. Then keep it in there for like until you're an old man when you're 70. Almost already. Keep it as long until you're about to die and see what life is like. Pick up all the crystals, probably like a crystal paradise. If it grows gold instead, you are the fucking luckiest person alive. If it doesn't grow sodium crystals, common sodium crystals instead, grows gold. Golden crystals. Those golden crystals are probably real gold, man. It's probably golden Play-Doh made real gold, not
You
even knowing.
download
Or
League of
maybe you
Legends
accidentally
right
got
now
your
and
hair
start
in there.
playing with it.
You know, hair
And there's
does
a
have gold in
logical
it.
explanation for this, okay? Play-Doh is made of flour, water, salt, a binding agent, preservatives, and fragrances. So what's been happening inside these little containers is that the water has completely evaporated, which makes salt crystals form. And people are totally freaking out about this because kids all over the world are opening Play-Doh after 3 years and seeing this crazy crystal-y thing inside of them, and they're wondering, is it toxic? Is it safe? Should we not touch it? Should we not smell it? And there's this huge rumor going around, it's on Reddit, it's like everywhere, that these crystals are actually, they can explode in the bottle. I have a feeling that's not exactly true. I feel like once people see something weird and unusual like alien spores, they make up things like, hey kids, these might explode. But yeah, I don't think that's true. I do actually have scientists in my family. I feel like I should ask them. But people are saying that because this Play-Doh can grow such magnificent weird things, it's proof that Play-Doh is not actually edible like they claim it is. And that's why lately a lot of moms have been making homemade Play-Doh because they're making it with ingredients that they think kids can consume. But little do they know, if you make homemade Play-Doh, that might actually be more toxic than actual Play-Doh. And I'll tell you why. I feel like all of a sudden I'm like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Jess detox Play-Doh.
No, it's Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's what it is.
When you make homemade Play-Doh, you put so much salt into the recipe. It says that 1 gram of the average homemade Play-Doh recipe contains 250 milligrams of salt, and that is way higher than commercial Play-Dohs. So it says that if your child eats even 4 grams of Play-Doh, they can get severely ill. If anybody swallows a lot of salt, it's really toxic in your body. People have like died from that. Especially like a little toddler that can't handle as much as adults can. It's just not a good situation. Anyways though, basically these alien spores growing on old Play-Doh, it's salt. So don't be too alarmed, but I would just toss those ones if you ever find those ones. Throw them out. Throw them out. Before we move on, I just want to tell you guys a very interesting fact, and that is that Play-Doh was originally a wall cleaner. A wall cleaner. Basically, back in the 1920s, coal-burning furnaces were like a huge thing, obviously. But whenever you burned coal, the walls of your house would go like a dark black color, especially if your walls were white. So these people came out with Play-Doh that you basically put on the wall and it would clean off the black coal from your wall. And then apparently in the 1950s, there was this school teacher that made her students create Christmas ornaments out of this Play-Doh wall cleaner. And they saw, hey, oh my gosh, kids love this product, so they changed it into the Play-Doh that you know and love now. So it went from a wall cleaner to edible stuff that kids play with. I don't know if that's safe, but apparently it is.
You know why they done that? It's because if you knew or not, actually, this might shock you, but they totally made another clean product after.
What the? What are you lying down for? Come on, dude. We got a game to win.
Do you?
Yes. Anyways, let's move on to the next toy that I think a lot of you guys either had or definitely know about. We're talking about the Sky Dancers flying dolls. Okay, when you first see this, do you remember that vine of the little girl that gets this on Christmas? And she's so excited about it and she starts it up and it flies into the fire and she's like, ah! Yeah, that's what I think about. Honestly though, I think these came out in 2000 and my sister and I definitely had these. So when I first saw that this was on the recalled list, I was like, what? We definitely had these and used these for years. You had to insert the doll by the feet into a launch pad, pull a cord, and send the doll twirling and flying into the air. And while this was a really great toy, it actually proved to be potentially deadly. There were reports of dolls flying into kids' faces, right into their eyes. They caused concussions. They knocked kids' teeth out. So obviously they recalled this toy. And what's weird is that when I was a kid, I don't remember my parents ever telling me this was recalled. I think we just had it for like a few years and we lost it one day. But I don't remember ever being like hit in the face with this or having any injuries. Like, We're very happy that didn't happen to us. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Cabbage Patch Kids Snack Time doll.
No.
I remember seeing commercials for these, but I never actually had one. So they wanted to make a doll that would teach kids how to feed their little siblings. So they put this doll on the market because it looks like a little kid and you basically feed it. Like the mouth will actually eat the food that you're feeding it. But what's scary is that it turned out that not only did this doll eat the plastic toys you were feeding it, but it was actually eating kids' fingers too. It would clamp onto kids' little fingers, it would clamp onto their hair and pull the hair into the doll. And what was scary is that it wouldn't let go. Like you would be pulling at it, you would be trying to turn it off, and it would just keep eating whatever it grabbed onto, clothes, like whatever. So they obviously recalled this and gave each customer that bought it $40 back. I wonder how much this doll was even to begin with. I don't know, something about dolls' mouths moving I will never understand, and I will never buy that for my future children. The next thing is the CSI fingerprint examination kit. I didn't have this either, but I definitely had a lot of kids in my class and people that I knew who had this kit. So this franchise came up with a fingerprint examination kit meant for kitty detective wannabes. So this included a brush, a pen, papers with the CSI logo, and dusting powder. So I feel like this was like every kid's dream. I mean, when you were little, Spy Kids came out and every kid just like wanted to be a spy. So this whole kit was like magic. What's scary is that the dusting powder that came with this kit actually had really bad chemicals in it that nobody knew about until it was tested. There was asbestos inside of this powder. Do you guys even know how deadly that is? This mineral has caused thousands of deaths and is even banned in Europe. So because of health concerns, obviously this product was taken off of the shelves, but I mean, gosh, imagine your...
Oh my gosh, another fucking ad!
Why do millions of us play World of Tanks? Well, I like crashing.
Smash
Your
it.
kid had this for like a year and was breathing this in, like... That's terrifying. It's like you can't trust any toys that are out there. The next things we're going to talk about are snap bracelets. Oh my gosh, I used to have these, and I bet you guys had these or still do. Now the difference is, back then they made snap bracelets out of metal, and now they make them out of plastic. So if you have one now, don't be alarmed. It's probably made out of plastic, which is totally fine. But back then, like when I was a kid, they made them out of metal. It just snapped a lot better. But the thing is, after using a metal snap bracelet over and over and over, it starts to wear down and the edges of the bracelet start to get sharper and sharper, and sharp metal on kids' little arms didn't turn out very well. Lots of injuries, it was banned from schools, and I think that's why they make them plastic now, so... Thank goodness for that. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the slip and slide, which I had no idea was recalled. Literally every school event, every carnival, every camp I've been to, they had slip and slides. And it's weird because I don't remember ever being hurt that badly while being on them. I mean, yeah, they went really, really fast. Maybe I like went over the grass and hurt my butt, but nothing ever serious. Apparently they recalled this because kids were stopping too abruptly at the end of the slide. So they went from going really, really fast to suddenly stopping, and that was hurting a lot of kids' spines. It caused really bad neck injuries. It caused kids to break their backs. So they recalled them for a small period of time before they remade them in a way that kids wouldn't get injured. So if they're still around today, it's probably the new and improved version, but what's scary is that I went on these all the time as a kid, and like my back hurts every single day of my adult life, so maybe it's because of that, who knows. Anyways though guys, those are all of the childhood things I'm going to be talking about today. If you like these types of series where I talk about nostalgic things, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know. But yeah, if you can think of anything else that I missed, definitely comment it down below. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
But actually... So, I'm going to end the video there. I hope you have a great day and stay fresh.